testing the herbs. A golden afternoon sunlight poured through the shop's windows, bathing the room in a warm, honeyed glow. Shelves lined with jars and bundles of dried herbs stretched from floor to ceiling, their contents filling the air with a soothing medley of earthy and floral scents. It was the kind of atmosphere that seemed to wrap itself around anyone who entered, like a gentle embrace. At the center of it all stood Haru, his focus entirely on the cluttered workbench before him. Wooden bowls, glass jars, and bundles of freshly gathered plants lay scattered across the surface, each item a piece of the puzzle he was trying to solve. His hands moved with practiced precision, crushing dried petals with a mortar and pestle before measuring out pinches of powdered valerian root and chamomile. Across the room, Leo lounged in a wooden chair, his long legs stretched out casually. He watched Haru with quiet amusement, his lips quirking into a faint smile. "I still can't believe you're doing all this just for me," Leo remarked, his deep voice tinged with disbelief but softened by gratitude. Haru glanced up briefly, his dark eyes meeting Leo's. "I told you I wanted to help," he replied, his tone steady but kind. "This is what I do. If I can find something that finally gives you a good night's sleep, then it's worth the effort." Leo leaned back further in his chair, his gaze never leaving Haru's hands as they deftly sorted through the herbs. "You're something else, you know that? Most people wouldn't bother." Haru gave a soft chuckle, the sound light and genuine. "Well, I'm not most people," he said, a hint of playfulness sneaking into his voice. He reached for a sprig of lavender, its pale purple blossoms delicate under his touch. Crushing a small pinch between his fingers, he added it to the mixture in the bowl, releasing a calming, floral aroma into the air. "Do you have a preference for any scent?" Haru asked, glancing at Leo as he worked. Leo shrugged, his expression thoughtful. "As long as it works, I'm not picky. But, this place already smells pretty amazing." Haru's lips curled into a shy smile, a faint blush creeping up his neck. "That's the herbs. They do most of the work." He finished mixing the ingredients and held the bowl out toward Leo. "Here, smell this. It should help you relax before bed." Leo leaned forward, his broad shoulders moving easily as he took the bowl from Haru's hands. Inhaling deeply, he let the soothing blend of lavender, chamomile, and valerian wash over him. He closed his eyes for a moment, exhaling slowly. "That's nice," Leo murmured, his voice softer now, almost drowsy. "Yeah, I could fall asleep to that." Haru's eyes brightened with satisfaction. "Good. Prepare it as a tea tonight, and see how it works for you." As Haru turned back to his workbench to finish the preparation, Leo's gaze lingered on him. There was something mesmerizing about the way Haru moved, his every action imbued with care and quiet determination. "You know," Leo said after a moment, his voice low, "just being here, it's like I can breathe easier. Feels different. Calming, I guess." Haru stilled, his hand hovering over a jar of honey. He turned to face Leo, his expression softening. "I'm glad it helps. That's what this place is meant to be, a haven." Leo tilted his head, studying Haru's face. "And you? Is it calming for you, too?" Haru hesitated, a faint shadow passing over his features. "It is," he said finally. "This shop, it's my connection to someone who meant a lot to me. It's where I feel closest to him." Leo's expression shifted, the warmth in his eyes growing deeper. "Someone who taught you all this?" Haru nodded, a wistful smile tugging at his lips. "An old man who took me in when I had no one. He taught me everything about herbs, about healing. This shop was his, and when he passed, it became mine. I guess, it's my way of keeping his legacy alive." Leo leaned forward slightly, his voice quiet but steady. "He must have been proud of you." The words caught Haru off guard, and for a moment, he simply stared at Leo. Then, slowly, a smile broke across his face, soft, genuine, and filled with gratitude. "Thank you," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. In the quiet that followed, with the scent of herbs in the air and the golden light surrounding them, the space between Haru and Leo seemed to shrink. For a moment, neither spoke, the unspoken bond growing stronger, more tangible. "Now," Haru said, breaking the silence with a gentle laugh, "let's see if this tea can work its magic." Leo chuckled, his eyes never leaving Haru. "If it's anything like you, I'm sure it will."